Como é que é, pessoal? Sejam bem-vindos a mais um episódio. Estamos aqui com a terceira parte do episódio de Game of Thrones. Espero que vocês estejam a gostar desta série fantástica. Eu estou a curtir bem a jogar. E é isso. Esta é a terceira parte do primeiro episódio, pessoal. Para quem não viu as partes anteriores, tipo, vai na playlist, está lá
I don't like this game anymore. Maybe something happened to him.
Ethan's fine. He's just forgotten this is a game.
I win.
Congratulations, your lordship.
Aparentemente este rapaz agora, o Ethan, é o novo
Don't
rei
worry. It's just a game, Ryan.
da Casa do Norte,
I don't like
visto
it.
que o
He was
verdadeiro rei
worried you
morreu
were
e este é o
gone.
filho.
I thought we'd never find you again.
I'm right here. And I promise, I'm not going
I'm
anywhere.
not going anywhere.
I wish Mira was here. And Asha. And
E é isso,
Roderick.
pessoal, já sabem,
I
se
do
vocês,
too.
como eu disse,
But Mira's
estiverem a
in
curtir
King's
bem esta
Landing, and
série,
won't she come home?
thumbs up, like,
I don't want
favoritos,
her to die
partilhar,
too.
redes sociais.
Ryan, she's
É isso
perfectly
tudo.
safe, I
E
promise
se quiserem
you.
pertencer aqui à comunidade
I don't
e
want
se
them
quiserem
to
ter
die
acesso, ser
Mr.
as primeiras pessoas a ter
Chamberlain
acesso aos
said he got sent
vídeos,
to the wall.
subscrevam-se do canal, daí vão...
I'll miss Garrett.
ah,
He was nice.
Garrett is strong.
I don't know what he did to
Para
get
quem não
sent away
sabe,
like
Garrett
that.
foi
Garrett is
foi
strong.
mandado
He can
para
take care
o
of
wall,
himself.
o nome é um
No one
bocado
will
assim
tell me
para a
what
parede,
Garrett did,
não
but
é
it
para a
must have
parede,
been
é para uma
serious.
zona onde
I heard
todas
Duncan
as
and Sir
pessoas
Royland
estejam
talking.
foragidas da
They said
lei,
someone will come here looking for revenge.
foragidas por algum motivo,
Everyone's
podem ir
worried
sem...
about you,
sem...
but I'm not. I know
É
you'll
tipo uma
protect
prisão, mas não é prisão.
Who said they're worried about me?
Well,
É um
Sir Royland,
sítio
for
onde
one.
nós
he says you
podemos
can't fight very
fugir
well.
à justiça, mas temos que
And he calls
fazer
you a
alguns
milksop.
juramentos e temos que cumprir com esses juramentos. Basicamente é isso.
Sir Royland forgets himself. After all, you are the lord of the house now.
He doesn't know me or what I'm capable of.
What does milksop mean?
I don't know.
Que tipo
But I know
de
it's not good.
rei é que eu vou tentar ser
Ethan,
aqui
you should let Sir
com o
Royland
Ethan?
teach you how to wield a sword, like a man. He taught Roderick and Asher, and he even showed me how to fight. Properly, I
Vou
mean.
ser um
A lord should know how to fight.
bondoso, arrogante, depende da ocasião, né?
Do you remember when we were younger? When we all used to play here? You, me, Roderick, Asher. We'd all be out here for hours.
Where was I?
You weren't born yet.
You ain't born yet.
We had so much fun. But then everything changed. Roderick became so serious, the Lord in training, and he never smiled anymore. And Asher
Está a
just
passar
got
aqui,
angry.
basicamente eles estão-se a
at
recordar
everything.
dos tempos quando eram mais novos.
Promise me you won't be like that.
Ela está a
Please,
pedir ele
just
para
be you.
prometer que não seja
I like you the way you are.
como uma outra pessoa
I
que
know a
era.
lord has many responsibilities, but you don't need to be like them.
Ok, eu vou
It's for
prometer que
you
não
to
vou
decide for
mudar.
yourself.
I promise I won't change.
Good, because I'd rather have a brother than a lord.
I'll have to have both, I'm afraid.
Parece que sim, né?
But since you're the new lord, you can do anything you want.
I suppose.
Everyone will have to do as you say. So I could have all the sweets I want.
If only it were that simple. It would be nice if someone did what I wanted for once.
As many as you'd like, yes.
O puto quer, o
Really?
puto quer
Of course.
sweets, quer doces,
Why not?
gomas. E está a dizer, já que tu és o rei, posso ter as gomas que
Lord
quiser.
Ethan, you're needed in the Great Hall at once. Quickly, on your feet.
Chop, chop.
What's the matter?
Lord Whitehill has arrived, unannounced
Oh,
and certainly
chegou
unexpected.
problemas.
He's come demanding justice.
Chegou problemas. Vamos lá então.
Can't he meet with Duncan? He is the Castellan.
Stay with us. Please, Ethan.
He's demanding an audience with the Lord. We really must go.
Okidoki.
It's your decision. You are the Lord.
If I were lord, I would command Ethan to
Não,
stay
não, eu tenho
with his
que
family.
ir que é para resolver
Fine.
isto.
If that's what's required of me.
Uma das
Very well,
funções de rei. Resolver o problema. Eu acho que deve ser por causa do episódio anterior ter matado os outros dois. Então agora vem reclamar justiça. Tipo, para matá-lo, para enforcá-lo, algo do género. E nós vamos ter que resolver isto.
They showed up unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here?
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house. Or was, I suppose.
Was. It makes no difference. The Whitehills were clearly in the wrong, so don't give him any satisfaction.
Nah,
Out there, you were decisive and firm.
of course.
Now do it again with these bastards.
Let's not do something rash.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing
Isto é o
of
meu
House Bolton.
conselheiro.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves. Only cowards and dead men roll over.
O que está ali atrás de mim agora é o meu conselheiro de barba. Por isso, ele está-me a pedir calma para não entrar em disputa com este. Vou tentar ouvir o que ele tem para dizer. Vou tentar ir com calma.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother. The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss. My only regret is I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Oh,
I've been waiting for this day all my life.
How dare you?
I dare, and I'll do as I damn well please.
não, chegas aqui na minha casa e estás-me a
And
faltar
no
o
bread and
respeito.
salt! What
que merda
kind
é
of
esta?
fucking house receives a lord with
Já
no
acabou o bom
fucking
senso,
bread and
rapaz. Esquece
salt?
lá.
You bloody amateur!
Yeah.
No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old
That's it.
man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to
tu
a
estás na minha
lord?
casa a falar
You
assim,
foresters
tipo, estás a estar meio
shit
parvo
on
aqui.
us for generations.
Mas é uma
Well,
chapada
now
vir
the
com
Starks
não é
are
que ao
no longer
contrário.
around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries, you cunt.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different between us.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Ai, este é o palhação. Fugiu.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his
Trapalhão a
lordship here
dizer
said,
que não
when your
fizeram
man
nada
attacked us
e
for
que
no
o outro é que
reason.
atacou.
Hear that? Attacked for no reason.
No reason. You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name. And you are the lord of this house.
He was defending his family as any man would. But your men murdered them all.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking coward who killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
I took care of it. He received his punishment and it's done. He's gone.
What? Gone? That was my justice to deliver, boy, and you denied me of it. I'm not leaving until I have my justice. Now bring me the coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton. What kind of fucking house is this?
A house of honourable men.
Oi? E agora?
Lady Forrester.
You bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
Não, ainda não.
It's over when my son says it is.
This is over, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
Põe-te a andar, vai.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say. I'll send him a raven letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own, that the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
Bom, isto não correu tão bem como eu estava à espera, né? Mas vem na minha casa e começa a falar fiambre, tive que ser assim, não?
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see
Bom,
you bend the
parece que
knee.
até correu bem.
Prepare a raven.
Estão a dizer que eu fui
We need to send
corajoso.
word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Ok. Eu vou pensar que nem tinha corrido assim tão bem. Olha, estamos na capital.
Your sister can help us.
Estamos na capital.
Although just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favour. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should be.
Isto é a irmã que está na capital, que teve para se casar com o rei. É uma história muito longa. O rei mandou matar o pai, blá blá blá, e teve para se casar com o rei, depois não se casou. Enfim, é uma história à parte. Vamos ver o que é que tem aqui dentro. Uma moeda, duas moedas. Ok, vamos look at.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Ok,
What a strange place, Essos.
yup. O que é que tem aqui? Read. Let's see.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Ok. Lá, tudo feito. Está tudo visto. Isto. Dusty Old Tome.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider.
Longstrider.
A gift from Roderick.
Parece que teve a
I
fumar
hope
umas,
to see them all
uns
someday.
baseados, umas ganzas. Tem os olhos assim que meio tipo.
King's Landing.
Bela. Bela.
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Cena era da boa. Cena era da boa. Mais uma carta.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope,
Okay.
and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ok. Isto parece que foi uma carta que ela recebeu da mãe daquela mulher que estava a falar com o puto e que, pelo que eu percebi, mandou uma carta aqui para ela, para esta falar com uma outra rapariga que vocês já vão ver. Se eu penso que é a nova rapariga que está para casar com o rei, para ajudar a Casa do Norte.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can
Então,
come back
entras
later if
assim
you'd
à
like.
toa. Go! Andar.
Later would be best.
Of course, milady.
Vai, andar. Entraram assim no quarto, mas que... Olha, é esta.
Lady
É
Marjorie,
esta que a gente tem que
you're
tentar
early.
ganhar a
I
confiança
was
dela
hoping there
e
would be
pedir
time for us
ajuda.
to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Esta é a nova pretendente para o rei.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
You're very kind, my lady.
Of course, Mira, but you must not despair. We will get through this
Ainda
together.
não vou pedir ajuda, já podia ter ali a
You must
opção de pedir
understand
ajuda,
there are
mas
limits to what I can say, especially here in
No
King's
vou pedir
Landing
ajuda
now
já.
that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose
Ganhar
family
bocadinho mais
fought
a
for Robb
confiança dela.
Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford.
Em seu tempo virá.
Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal
Ainda por
set.
cima tínhamos ali a criada.
She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
I'm not a traitor.
Of course you're not.
Of course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her.
Ok,
Humor her. Tell her
pelo
what
que
she
eu estou a
wants to
perceber,
hear.
vou ter que ir ter com a rainha, tentar
See if the
pedir
Queen
desculpa
Regent
a
is
ela
ready
por
to
coisas que
receive
não
us.
fiz para poder agradar a esta. E aí sim, provavelmente vou conseguir pedir ajuda a ela. Isto é o que eu estou a perceber, é o que eu estou tipo.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must
estás a
say
ver
another.
O que ela acabou de dizer, podes sentir uma coisa, mas vais ter que dizer outra. Ou seja, nem vou ter sempre de falar a verdade que vai passar aqui. Vou ter que mentir. Uou, damn. Vou ter que mentir. Vou ter que sabes fazer rainha, porque esta rainha, para quem não sabe, é um bocado para a coisa. Aí está o anão, o fudilhão lá da zona, papelas todas.
You
Of
can do
course I can
this.
do this. Chega para lá. Bom, vamos lá então. Esta rainha é chumbada. Para quem não viu as séries, esta rainha vai lá, vai.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
O anão é o conselheiro
Lord Tyrion.
do rei neste momento.
Your Grace?
É o braço direito do rei.
With
Por
your
por
permission,
sua vez,
allow me
é
to
tio do rei.
introduce Lady Mira of
Mas
House
o rei
Forrester.
está sempre a desprezar o tio e o caraças. Ok, vamos então começar a ajoelhar, né?
Your Grace.
Olha, já ficou
The girl knows
contente,
her
ficou contente.
courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Yes.
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
Huh?
Joffrey is the one true king, Your
É.
Grace.
And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Noble? Perhaps once. For a northern house. But now they're merely dead. Is your house
ela
willing
não
to swear
ficou
fealty to your
satisfeita.
new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Yes, Your Grace. Absolutely.
I see. Despite the fact Roose Bolton allied with Walder Frey. If it was me, I'd find it difficult to so quickly forgive the men who killed my father.
E achas que ela está coisa? Ela tipo está até.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look
Puta
to
da rainha a
rebuild and
dizer,
forge
se
new
fosse eu, não
alliances.
perdoava as pessoas que
There are
mataram o
ships
meu
and
pai.
shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
Tá contente. Tá contente, cara.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I'm sure she regrets it.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Bom, isto parece estar a correr bem, né?
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves.
Yeah.
Pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she would...
Let the girl answer the question. Go on.
I would be true to the king.
Não, mas tem que ser, né?
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Isto não está sempre a beber e a comer.
My sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging.
Para mim é o character com mais
I'd like a word
carisma
with you,
do
if I
filme,
may.
da série.
Of course,
Não,
Your
é
Grace.
tipo mesmo awesome.
I'll walk you out.
Thank you.
This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
Ai, falhei.
No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually.
Uai,
My
falhei
sister
aquela
and I
resposta. Demorou
have our
mais a ler.
differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
I wouldn't want to anger Cersei.
And you'd be wise not to. But I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance. And it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous. In fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner
Será que fiz
tonight.
bem? Será que fiz mal?
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Vamos ver se fiz bem, se fiz mal.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult.
Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jamie. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And
Fala, quando eu fico assim pouco para o silêncio, tipo, sem dizer nada.
I'm told he has a paramour.
You'll get us
Estou
in
a tentar
trouble.
prestar um bocadinho de atenção à
Just
história, né,
having
que é
some
para não
fun.
perder a história, porque este tipo de show
Perhaps
é
Lady
bom, é
Marjorie can
derivado da
make the
história,
right
né? Perceber a
introductions.
história.
Who knows? We might meet our
Daí
future
às vezes
husbands.
ficar assim que meio que
Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him. And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
Just for my family.
Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd marry anyone if it helped my family.
Right. Of course. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match!
Brienne of Tarth é...
Sir Bronn
Brienne of Tarth é...
What are
a
you
Rainha dos
doing?
Dragões, a mulher dos dragões.
Well?
You're just having fun.
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mura. I'm just glad it's over.
Bom, agora vou ter que falar contigo, né?
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. You were brave agreeing to obey the Boltons. That cannot have been easy. I know you must fear what Lord Bolton might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Prefer speak alone.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise, but my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks. And now you would have me ask him to intervene? Is the situation that dire?
Of course it is.
Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
Please, Lady Marjorie, I beg of you. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Ok, parece que
Thank
vamos
you, my
ter
lady.
aqui uma ajudinha dela.
I will send a raven to my family at once.
Parece que vamos ter aqui uma ajudinha dela. Bom, é isso aí. Espero que tenham gostado de mais uma parte do primeiro episódio. Por hoje é tudo e até à próxima.